Hello friend, welcome back. Today we are doing another Quicktake review, and this time it was chosen by one of you. We are doing Geek and Gorgeous A-Game. Geek and Gorgeous is an awesome little Hungarian brand. I couldn't honestly tell you where I discovered it, probably just hunting for something that had retinaldehyde in the early days before it was super popular. So stumbled upon them eventually, and I tried this early days when it first came out. It is called A-Game, which is for their vitamin A products. They use retinaldehyde, which I love. We know that. There are two concentrations available. One is a 0.1%, and the other is a more gentle 0.05%. So pretty common concentrations for this particular retinoid. It is in a nice emollient base, which I love. It is a little bit more moisturizing, a little bit creamier than some others that I have tried. So like Naturium's retinaldehyde, that one I would say is more like a creamy gel serum. This one feels truly like a mid-weight lotion. So it doesn't mean that it's heavy, but it does have a lot of moisturizing ingredients to it. So it does make the skin feel nice and soft and supple, and it'll definitely help you buffer through if this is something that you're new to as far as retinoids, or if you're stepping up a dose. It'll help you buffer through that so that your skin isn't just left feeling dry and tight and angry. So we're off to a good start. It has a good base, and Geek and Gorgeous is just a cool brand. As you can see, it's got that quintessential yellow tinge to it. It is very moisturizing. It feels very nice at night. Even for dry skin types, this might get close to being enough that you don't have to put an additional moisturizer on over it. So there you go. Blends in quite nicely. No discernible scent whatsoever. Speaking of blends, this was from the early days of retinaldehyde. So there were really only a couple of suppliers out there. I don't know a whole lot about the backstory of that, but the most common one that I saw was retinaldehyde with cloudberry seed extract in it. So that's just the way it came from the supplier. So formulators like Geek and Gorgeous were able to just pop that into their formula, and they already had a little bit of a buffering agent. So at least as far as the irritation goes, it had a nice buffering agent in it. So that was cool. It had this telltale, very yellow look to it, but it was scentless. So yeah, I liked that. It's the same one, I believe, that was in May Love's Moonlight serum, Medicate Crystal Retinals, all of the versions there. I think they used the same one. And Allies of Skin, they used it at least early days as well. So it's a common and relatively easy to work with base retinol. So those are all other wonderful retinaldehyde products that were early days. This one I have not used in a while, but I definitely went through, I think I saw like 5 different bottles of this still under my counter waiting to be recycled properly, which we'll get to. But obviously I used it a bunch and I liked it. It is very benign. I mean, it blends in with any other products. I didn't feel like it ever made anything pill. It never irritated my skin, even jumping into the 0.1 right off the bat. Yeah, I like it. It holds a special place in my heart. So when you requested it, I was happy to do a review on it. I did get good results from it. The only reason why I stopped using it was just to try other products. As the retinaldehyde market has expanded, there are just other options out there, and I have continued to try them, like we saw with the Naturium review and the Theramid, the Niche Beauty review. All of those were interesting new ones that had retinaldehyde in them, so I wanted to give them a try, but it is a very cost-effective product. So this one is 1 fluid ounce or 30 milliliters. And for the A-Game 10, which is the higher concentration, it is €18.80 or about $20 US. And the slightly gentler is €13.80 or about $15 US. So it's cost effective. A little goes a long way. You can use one pump of this and really make it kind of from hairline all the way down through jaw and into the beginnings of neck. So I like that. It's not something that dries you out. So yeah, I would consider going back to it if I was going for just a very simple routine and I needed a nice moisturizing retinaldehyde to get in there. But there are a lot of other options that are a little bit more interesting, and you know, I'm I'm trying to do reviews pretty consistently, so it feels like I'm always jumping to whatever the newest one is, whatever you guys want to hear about. So I will always have a retinoid in my routine, but I think for now it will probably be just on the shelf for me. I will come back to it one day. Okay, so this review got a little bit out of order from my usual vibe, but back to the formula. It does include panthenol, which is pro vitamin B5, which is great. It is a soothing ingredient, and that's how they market it at Geek and Gorgeous, that they wanted to add some soothing ingredients so that your skin would never have that irritation rebound. Along with that, they included allantonin. It is another soothing and moisturizing ingredient, very good for your skin's integrity to help repair barriers. So those were both very thoughtful inclusions. Also, they highlight an ingredient, biosaccharide gum 1. Not only does that one soothe the skin, but it has some other interesting properties, like it helps regenerate the skin a little bit faster than it normally would, so it increases cell turnover. It also helps stay younger. There is a sort of complicated little pathway, but it helps skin cells just not age as quickly, so it protects them from some of the aging process. So that pairs beautifully not only with retinaldehyde, but just with any good skincare regimen. That we want to not force the skin to do anything super crazy, but as much as we can protect its natural processes and protect it from irritants and oxidizers and things that are going to degrade it faster, if we can slow those processes down, then we wind up with healthier, more resilient skin. So another just very thoughtful inclusion, and they managed to keep the price pretty manageable. They also included glycerin as one of the emollients, which is always a wonderful thing. It is a humectant and an emollient and just helps repair the skin barrier. And some olive oil fatty acids as well. So those are great. They have some antioxidant properties. They have reparative properties. It's a thoughtful formula like most of Geek and Gorgeous's products. I mean, it could be all of them. I just have only tried a few of them. Their azelaic acid is also awesome. They do some niacinamide serums. They do azelaic acid. They do some other acids as well that are pretty simple formulas in that you can work them into basically any routine. They don't have a lot of complex ingredients, but while they are simple, they're powerful. They're well thought out formulas. They are effective. The packaging is well thought out. Like this one, it is an airless pump, so it does reduce the amount of air contact. It's got a little platform in here that slowly pulls up, so keeps it as stable as possible. It's a nice opaque package as well. The only thing that I note is just that this is one of those tricky ones to recycle. There are a lot of components to this, so you have to break it apart. And there's no clear indication on this plastic what kind of plastic it is. So some municipalities will have a difficult time recycling it. That's why I sort of have started collecting any of these questionable plastic product components so that I can eventually fill up a big thing and send it to TerraCycle so they will recycle it all properly. I know that that sounds like a broken record, but those of us who are skincare junkies, you know that you buy a lot of stuff that is in plastic packaging or any kind of packaging, but you wind up with a lot of these little things throughout the year. So just be mindful about purchasing things that can be recycled easily, or go the extra mile and figure out how to make sure that the product packaging can be recycled afterwards and dealt with appropriately afterwards, and don't just chuck it in the trash. So there's my little soapbox on that. Questions to you are, have you tried any other Geek and Gorgeous products? Would you like to hear more about other ones that I have tried? I know I've been on sort of a retinol kick, but we could all use a little vitamin A in our skincare regimen. So let me know what you're looking forward to seeing next, and I will try to work that into the schedule. But most importantly, thank you for watching. I will see you next time, and be well.